Intention. If you've taken the time to choose the right goal and door, it means you have intention. Intention transforms a desire into a goal. Without it, desire remains unfulfilled and dreams never materialize. A goal differs from a dream in the same way that intention differs from desire. Intention turns vague dreams into actionable goals. Dreams alone won't change your life, only intention, the will to have and act. Now, once you've decided or defined your goal and are motivated to achieve it, resist the urge to push too hard. Release the grip of importance and attachment to the outcome, leaving only clear intent. Then act with focus and purpose, doing what's needed without forcing or obsessing over results. When you are moving towards your goal through the right door, there is no need to apply excessive effort, and you should not have to force yourself to do anything. If you find the opposite to be true, you have either chosen the wrong goal or the wrong door. The mind is accustomed to struggle and having to overcome obstacles, and yet the mind creates all these problems by attributing excessive meaning and fighting against the alt flow. Your ideal lifeline will contain minimal obstacles as long as you do not lean too hard on importance. The following framing is really good for thinking about how to purify intention. Approach your goal like retrieving the mail or going to grab a coffee at a cafe. Simple and straightforward. When you strip away importance and desire, what remains is the will to act and take one step at a time. Don't overthink or turn your goal into a problem. The key to achieving your goal is to act without overcomplicating or adding unnecessary importance to the task. Focus on taking small, consistent steps rather than magnifying the problem in your mind, and the solution will naturally unfold. Inner intention of the mind will urge you to slap your hands about the water. I insist that such and such happen. Outer intention functions entirely differently. It turns out that such and such has happened. The entire time that you are insisting on something, pressuring for something to happen, you are preventing outer intention from realizing your goal in harmony with the alt flow. Because how can the mind know exactly how the goal should be realized? Walking your true path towards your true goal should feel natural, like following a well-trodden path. Nothing can stop you if you keep importance low and go with the alt flow. Even if challenges arise, there's no need to worry. Embrace life and accept everything as a gift. Now, if you sense tension or stress, check where importance has crept in. You are either forcing yourself to do something, or you're overly impatient to achieve your goal, or you're attributing something excessive importance. Relax your grip and let go. Anxiety can arise if your comfort zone is too narrow to accommodate your goal. For example, if you expect to receive a large sum of money, you might immediately worry about where to keep it, how to invest it, or the risk of losing it. These thoughts signal that you're not mentally ready to have the money. When your goal feels like a source of stress, inner resistance will develop and outer intention will work against you. The will to have must be steady, but doesn't require constant focus on your target slide. Thinking about your goal should feel natural and enjoyable without forcing or convincing yourself. Unlike autosuggestion, intention is a firm decision with no room for debate. The goal will be achieved, period. As you expand your comfort zone, any doubts will naturally disappear. We should be cautious of the mistake of only focusing on positive outcomes. While this may seem like good advice, it creates a false stereotype. You cannot completely block out negative possibilities because the mind naturally doubts. Even if you try to convince yourself that everything will go perfectly, those hidden doubts will still surface, and the heart will sense the negative scenarios the mind is trying to suppress. You do not need to include any scenarios in your target slide that depict you in the act of achieving your goal. The target slide must simply depict a final picture of what life looks like once the goal has already been achieved, as if you already have it. All that is required is that you take pleasure in watching the slide and that you put one foot in front of the other with the help of purified intention. Visualization of the process involves working on the scenery, but in a completely different way. You convince the mind not that everything will go smoothly, but that everything is already going smoothly. Visualization of the current link in the transfer chain should keep pace with what you are doing now and what you'll be doing just one step ahead of that. In convincing yourself that everything will come to favorable fruition, you continue to hold the deadly grip of control. Relax the grip. Do not think about problems that have not happened yet. Just go calmly with the alt flow.